let's jump into the action, guys. We have Viper playing as blue now. And with Portuguese. As everyone knows, his kind of favorite civilization. Against Mayans. Winchester playing in the red trunks. And they're spawning on Mega Random. As you guys know, Mega Random can be extremely wild. You never really know which kind of map generation it is going to be. And we have a map here that has a certain similarity to... Can you compare it to anything? Not really, at least I cannot really think of something. But it is obviously only land. We see hills on the sides, as you can see here. And a lot of resources there as well, which are extra. And in the middle, it seems to be, you know, clear elevation. There is nothing going on here. And there's also a lot of cracked terrain. So, if you decide to build buildings there, then the chances are high that your opponent might have an easier time to kill those buildings here. That hill is nasty. Yeah, you don't want to allow your opponent to get a forward position onto you, for sure. Portuguese against Mayans is a civ matchup which we have seen a couple of times already. Especially on Arabia. Portuguese obviously so much stronger now after the most recent patch, because the berry income will lead them to get some wood as well. I think it's 1 wood per 3 berries, or 3 food taken by the berries. So that is very nice, and that gives them a lot of early boost as well. Such a berry bush gives you 250 wood, and this one as well. So he will have 500 extra wood for nothing, literally. So that is a huge thing. And there also seems to be 3 boars or 3 elephants on this map as well. Which is also nice for Mayans if you think about it, because Mayans resources last... Is it 10 or 20% longer? It should be 10%, right? Viper and Winchester played the same matchup yesterday in Admiral's Cup. Oh, okay, see. 15%, oh yeah. I knew it was something in between. My bad there. So, Winchester goes up to Fuel Age. Viper, not quite there yet. He went for Loom and then another villager. So, it looked like his build was not as clear, but still, 20 population uptime is nothing you can complain about. Winchester, 20 population as well. But roughly 20 seconds faster, as Mayan started with an extra villager, right? You didn't know? I did not know, no. We see a barrack by Winchester. I don't think he will go for militia, will he? It would really surprise me if he goes for militia. But he doesn't have a second lumber camp as well. So maybe he will go for militia. No, he won't. Never mind. It will not be man at arms, it will be direct archery range. And surprising to me is that he has only 1 lumber camp. DAUT casting? I don't know. Let's see. We will take it spontaneously. You know? We will take it spontaneously.
Geile Sache. Ja,
Dustin
richtig
Paulos. Thank you so much for the $50.
Let's keep changing the prize pool so Jordan has to keep updating it in Capture Age.
Haha. That's not gonna work. That's not gonna work. I don't understand why he go double lumber camp, no gold otherwise. Feels like it's 2 mils. Just 2 mils if you go scouts. It's not gonna be scouts, right? It's just skirm play. That's what Viper is going to do. Viper will be playing skirms. Just defending against incoming archers, because he knows exactly Mayans, what are they going to do? They will go archers. Kind of like Frank's going scouts. That's something you expect from them, and that's also something which can be beneficial to you as well as the opponent of mines, because you can think more, or you have more time to think about which strategy you're going for. Based Hyperborean, hello, welcome. So, archer range is up. Farms being placed as well. A horse color has been researched by Viper already. On the other side, Winchester, no horse color with him. He still has a lot of food. Does he see this elephant? He doesn't see this elephant guy. Guys. He does not see it. And that's a huge thing. Because that gives you so much more food income faster. Alright. Baiting Winchester into going eagle so he can play with Orient guns. That would be a mastermind. Wow. That would really be a mastermind. Do you really think that's what Viper's thought process is right now? If that is the case, then I would be amazed. I would really be amazed by that. Masterpiece. Masterpiece indeed. He tried that yesterday and got shredded by eagles. Oh, really? He did? Okay. Well, that explains it then. And Winchester, he saw that there was no gold mining camp. So he can assume that there is skirms being produced here by Viper. We still only see one lumber camp here. Blacksmith incoming now as well. And Viper on the other side, he has researched fletching already. 4 farms. He has 15 on food. Winchester has 11 on food. He has more food in the bank though, as he didn't invest into skirms, right? Schedule. Oh, Happy Leaves, thank you so much for that. Why? With Portuguese, the Viper queues an average 78 villagers per game in 1v1. Viper is known for doing masterpieces. Is this chat GPT or what? Okay, now the defense is going to be important. Need armor as soon as possible. Oh, this is gonna be a good engagement for Viper now. He's capable of killing 1 archer. And the eagles, they cannot really engage into those skirms, right? Cast with DAUT, please. I offered it to him. He hasn't messaged me yet. Let's see. Maybe he will. You know, one thing I learned is DAUT is kind of like a sun eclipse. It happens very, very rare that he shows up. But when he shows up, it's always a magnificent moment. I have not asked ChatGPT for good strategies, no. Okay, Winchester able to pick off 1 skirm. He has such a huge amount of army, right? That's just very, very good for him. And those 2 eagles, they will always be able to push those skirms away. And that's where the archers can be roaming around freely, kinda. This scout doesn't really want to take any engagement here whatsoever, as it's way overmassed here. And Viper, using the market, trying to get into the castle age very, very fast, but yeah, Winchester is not going to be too far away from that as well. Winchester now going to have the market very soon as well, utilizing that. So I think Winchester is going to be roughly 20 seconds behind if it's about castle age time. He doesn't even need the market. Look at that. He has beautiful economy himself. And 235 to 210. Yeah, so we have 25 seconds advantage from the Viper. Why was there a misunderstanding that Viper might not be playing? I will explain that after this game. So, Eagles engaging here against those skirms. I think what Viper has to play is elite skirms and knights. But that's not a good combination. With Portuguese, you want to have archers or archer crossbow. Crossbow knights. because you have a discount on the gold unit. Maybe he will try to build knights only instead of elite skirms. But it's definitely going to be very tough to make it work as well. Now, Winchester has finally seen this elephant. Is taking that one as well. That's very, very good for him. Getting a little bit of a boost here. And Winchester's paying attention as well. Not like me in Blake Forest, where I'm always losing those villagers. Well, not always, but happens every once in a while. Okay, Viper lost scout here. The Eagles 1 got killed as well. And now Gaslage in here. And let's see what Viper is aiming for. He actually goes for the knights. He will need to have a very good food economy to make this work. And the problem is, Winchester fully focuses on crossbows. This does not feel too well, or too good here for Viper, I think. And Winchester, he's in his comfortable position. He has a huge army lead, 22 against 5. And the siege workshop is forced here from Viper. He needs to do that, right? Otherwise, he's just in too much of a defensive standpoint here. I cannot make Viper yellow. No, I can't. One sec, guys. The toy is just asking me something. Okay, sorry guys. I always have to... I'm doing the administrative work for JMB as well. And I have to clarify something. My apologies. Okay, so where are we standing? We have 6 knights here from Viper. He didn't take any damage. Right. And he has 2 TCs up and working already. So that's very, very healthy. And... yeah, he has Bosa incoming. We have Winchester now with Wheelbarrow. Townwatch as well. So if the thing continues like it does, then Viper should be able to be fine here. However, I see Winchester going up to Imperial Age so much faster. He lost 3 farms as well. Oh yeah, yeah. That ACCM Jody man focus and trying to make me really laugh. That's the typical ACCM. The typical ACCM there. I love the addition of a monk as well by Winchester. Oh, Winchester's playing with fire. Wow. Winchester is confident. Winchester is confident indeed. I mean, he has a monk. He can play around with those archers, right? And it was worth it for him. Because he was able to snipe a mangonel. But still, it's not something you really want to do, right? They have 65 population against 82. And now this mangonel could be in problem. But no. Winchester, he is just... he is feeling comfortable, guys. He is feeling comfortable. The knights in the front are not going to be able to do anything, I guess. They might snipe this monk here. Yeah, they will be. Because Winchester is fully focused on this situation here. Now forced to make quick walls here with the houses as well. It's definitely something Winchester has not thought about. And there is a gap. There is a gap. Winchester's not paying attention. Oh, that was clutch. That was a clutch save. Could have gone either way. For sure. That was super close. Winchester's resources still not close to Imperial Age. But I think that can change in a matter of seconds. 3 TCs now for Winchester. 3rd TC being dropped by Viper. We don't see ballistics yet from Winchester. Oh, and Winchester, he did not expect Viper to take this fight here. Let's take a look at the engagement here. The Mangonels, they're obviously looming behind the army, but I don't think Viper will need those. Okay, never mind. Once the reinforcements come in for Winchester, Viper is forced back, but you can see a lot of archers have been killed here, while only one knight had to bite the dust here. So that was definitely a good engagement for Viper. But the crossbows, they are there. They want more. They want more. And the problem is there were 2 monks there still. The mid game has been very nice from both players, I would say. I think both players have had some very good moments. For sure. It's more about the transition now. The transition is going to be very tough for Viper now, I think. It's a little bit easier for Winchester. You just build, continue building arbalests or archers, arbalest, get some a castle forward, include trebuchets there. With Portuguese, you kind of have to try to go for bomber cannons to keep that away, and then think about elite skirms, arbalest yourself maybe, or hand cannoneer, depends if mangonels or eagles are hitting the fray as well. It's kind of complicated. Really complicated for sure. Okay. So we have the 20 crossbows, keeping those knights away. And this is exactly what I meant. Imperial Age incoming now. And what is the response going to be from the Viper? Let's take a look at his point of view. Forging incoming. He will obviously expect the fast imp behind Winchester's approach. It's not going to be surprising. The question, however, is how is he going to deal with it? And he's not expecting that castle to be here as well, I suppose. Great castle from Winchester. Yeah, absolutely. This knight not going to find too much damage here as there is a TC protecting. And yeah, Viper saw that castle here without losing any units. And man, Winchester, he's confident. He is confident. Classic Viper castle. The cracked ground has the function that the buildings on that cracked terrain take 25% more damage. Oh, and another castle here by Winchester. Guys, I think Winchester is in a better position here. I don't like Viper's position. I don't think Viper is going to be able to deal too much crucial damage here. Because Winchester is doing such a good job at retaining his army. He will get Bracer. He will get Chemistry. And once those 2 technologies are in, you aren't going to be able to find any value with those knights anymore. And you're kind of forced to go for very fast Imperial Age yourself. But Viper is going to struggle heavily. And man, how did that Mangonel not die? One knight is going to be super annoying against those Mangonels. And Winchester, with those monks, was able to kill 2 Mangonels. Crazy. 2 conversions. Absolutely beautifully done by Winchester. And this Mangonel almost goes down as well. Oh boy. This is just... It's scary, guys. Mayans are scary. And now Viper is actually doing something he doesn't really want to do. But he feels like he's kind of forced to doing it as well. Yeah, he will lose all his knights. He will clean the crossbow mass. But still, he will lose all the knights in the process as well. Oh, there's no ballistics in for Winchester. Okay, that explains all the question marks I had. You need to have ballistics at this point. This is After Bracer, your most important upgrade. Viper is forced to go full castle. Yeah. Absolutely. He will have to rebuild a lot of his economy, as you guys can see. 110 villages against 95. 12 army against 23. Winchester not really able to apply too much pressure. Yeah, he has a nice position here with those 2 trebuchet. But at home, he seems to be a little bit vulnerable. Our Scorpions wouldn't have done any value. You only want to go Mangonel here in Viper's position. But you guys can see the score is getting closer and closer. Roughly 23 farms here, which are idle as well. And that's a lot of wood, right? That's 1,380 wood, which is not too few, for sure. After Bracer, Ballistics in Castle Age already important. Ah, no. With the way the game played out, Ballistics was not important. But latest, if you have knights coming into your base, then Ballistics is important. Quick maths? Yes. Quick maths indeed. Okay, we have a few knights trying to be annoying. Another castle incoming, and that is a beautiful castle. Beautiful castle. Hallelujah. It kind of ranges 246 stables here. Those crossbows are going to have a rougher life, let's say. But yeah, Vinch is not really thinking about Arbalest anymore. It's all about elite plumed archers now. Population looks very healthy for Viper. But the tech advantage is just huge for Winchester. And I cannot emphasize it often enough. Winchester not having ballistics is such a huge thing. Wow. Look at that. So much idle time is caused by those knights. And just because it's just not getting killed in time. The confidence, I would get a defensive castle here. Me as well, yeah. Don't necessarily think that this forward castle is the right idea. It is a nice spot, yes. But you could make the argument that having it more passive would have been even better. Yeah. Yeah, 30 more villages. Viper's economy is definitely better here. Right. Also KD is much better for him. But Viper is not allowed to give Winchester too much time here. Winchester doesn't really have a proper wood line. And now Viper is up to Imperialize himself. Where's Viper taking gold? Here. He doesn't have a lot on gold. He has only 3 on gold. And 26 idols as well. So, yeah, this can swing very quick. A proper Viper castle is a castle the opponent discovers 15 minutes after it was built. And it has to be on a hill. I'm trying to learn Khmer. It's best learn to archers with them. Is it best to learn archers with them? Khmer is a civ that goes both directions. But usually you want to go for Scouts Knights. Yeah, Orient Guns is not gonna be a thing this game. I'm afraid SWM. The biggest issue for Viper right now is that he doesn't have too much access to gold. We'll get 2 more here. A few more here, yes. But most of it is in the middle. So he has to get control of the center again. He even researches herbal medicine. What a nerd. Proset, you're welcome. Nice to catch some JMB, Jordy. Awesome to have you here. So, Knights. What are they going to do? Okay, they were trying to defend against these elite and plumed archers. Ain't gonna work. These elite plumed archers, too strong. You know, way too strong. When does the co-cast with DAUT start? I think only the Lord knows. And now finally Ballistics is incoming. Finally. 20 more seconds for Viper to reach Imperial Age. And then he will be able to push back very nicely. He must have some elite skirms, right? Does he have elite skirms? He doesn't have elite skirms. Whoa. He doesn't have elite skirms actually. That's a big issue for him. I think he needs that as soon as possible. But to be honest, Ballistics just loses the games. Absolutely. Yeah, that castle. Viper doesn't really have stone income as well. He only has 60 stone and bank. Viper needs to get at least plate boarding armor. Oh, Winchester was a little bit too late. He had the right idea, but he was a little bit too late with the action. And this castle will go down anyway. This is not a good engagement for Viper here. He's sacrificing a lot of units to kind of save his castle, but his castle goes down anyway. So, yeah. Victorious? I don't think you need Victorious. He has 150 villagers. You need army, not Victorious. What he needs right now is elite skirms. Elite skirms is going to be the play here. The big advantage for Viper right now is mobility. Economy is also much better for him. Right? It will take some time to take control of this again for him. But he's causing a lot of headache now with these raids. But yeah, if he's not switching away, if he doesn't switch to elite skirms, he will die. Sito, yeah, he does have chemistry actually. He has all the upgrade. I don't think he has thumb ring. I don't think he has thumb ring. Does anyone know if he has thumb ring? I don't recall it. He got thumb ring? Okay. Then it's even crazier. The plumes are not really too good. Yeah. He got in castle already? Okay. And then that's something I missed. Thank you for clarifying, guys. Once the Elder Hera said, Hustler can win the game on their own. It's true, but Portuguese don't have access to Hustlers. That's the problem. And Winchester's population is climbing more and more. He has a lot of gold access as well. I am scared for Viper here. Especially because Viper doesn't have too much gold income himself. And longevity to sustain the cavalry production as well. Okay, he's actually building some bomber cannons. Oh, he went back here. I love the fact that sometimes they're just not shooting. I'm sure Viper commented. I'm sure Viper commented that topic here. It was just not shooting. I hate when that happens. I would love them to, like, the developers to fix this. Yeah, now finally we see Bracer, Elite Skirmisher coming in. Once that is in, we can have a talk about Viper actually having a chance this game. Yeah, Dave, that's what I think most of the time as well. But it doesn't really happen always. And it's not like I'm slow sometimes. So I don't understand that. I don't understand that. If you interrupt them firing, the timer will still reset. Yeah, but if you do that, then you click again. And it feels like they don't shoot. They just don't shoot. How many castles does Winchester have? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. He still has some presence here. Bombard cannon didn't do anything. Was completely wasted. And now Winchester with the Eagle switch. He has a lot on gold. He has a lot on food as well. He doesn't have handcard yet though. No heavy plow as well. So his economy is not as good as it could be. Viper is definitely better. Viper already has way more villagers as well, right? And now this is not the best fight for the plumed archers as well. I still think Winchester is able to trade a lot as he has the better gold income overall. As he had the center. And these villagers are going to go down. Not going to be able to finish that castle. Yeah. With especially Eldorado Eagles incoming. That's going to be very yikes for Viper to deal with. And it feels like the score is getting closer and closer as well. So I wouldn't want to be in Viper's position right now. I love the commitment here. Just aim for the bomber cannon. Viper with the clutch micro though was able to save that one. But this is going to be very tough now. Of course, if Viper gets into a state where he can comfortably go for a lot of bomber cannons with Arpacus, he's going to be fine because he will have a lot of units there. And those bomber cannons are going to be so valuable. But he lost a few units here as well. And those plumed archers, you feel like they're just not dying because they're so tanky. Castle will go up. There's not too much action going on here. We see cap ramps here. Okay. Viper wants to go for the push. Winchester will not see this, will he? Yeah, he has no idea about that one. 2 relics. That monastery is being assaulted right now. We see ring archer armor. Oh yeah, that is massive. Need this as soon as possible. And yeah, just try exactly this. Eldorado is not in yet, is it? Let's take a look. Eldorado is not in yet, no. But he could go for it. He just needs 25 more food. Yeah, those plumed archers, they are tanking a lot of shots. I think they have 7 pierce armor, right? No, 6. Never mind. Should Viper go for Victorious when he's running out of gold? He has to, yeah. Okay, these cap ramps are taking care of that castle, no problem. There's no way Winchester is going to be able to save that one. And this castle is saving this location there. And we have Eldorado, handcard, and iron casting incoming now as well. This is going to be disastrous, especially because Viper is so open as well. He doesn't really have a lot of castles, defending only 1. Or no, okay, 2. But they are not really defending the economy. They are more as a aggressive stand. JMB logo is blocking. Ah, okay. Let's put it here. There it should be good. Oh, and those eagles actually picking off those 2 bomber cannons. That was insane value. And look at those eagles. They're just not dying. Eagles are not dying. Blessed Furnace still missing for Viper. Heavy plow incoming for Winchester. Hand cannoneer is the last resort for Viper. No. You need a ton of skirms, a ton of light calf. Hand cannoneer behind. You always save them. And bomber cannons to push. That is so complex. That is so complex. Thing is, yeah, Winchester, look at that, he has 35 on gold. And this is the last gold income from Viper. This is the last gold income. I don't think he has anything else. We are going to see a huge battle incoming very soon. 2 trebuchet going to be completely wasted here by Winchester. And you can see Viper is trying to preserve those hand cannoneer as good as possible. And the Winchester is actually jumping on those hand cannoneer. He can do so. He is able to replace these things. And yeah, this is the right move. And I think Viper is actually at a point of no return. What can you do? In his case, he doesn't have stone income. He doesn't have gold income. The only thing he has is food and wood. And if you have to play with trash only against the mine player with gold access, you are in a bad position, my friend. That's for sure. What about the left gold? Winchester is trying to get control of that now. Yeah, that's disastrous. Infinite gold income for mine is pretty impossible to stop. If you don't have it yourself, then yes. What about Victorious? With which resources can you build Victorious? Tell me. He cannot build Victorious. He doesn't have resources for that anymore. Doesn't work. Beetlejuice! Thank you so much for the 18 months, 1.5 years. Let's go.
Let's go, or the top caster.
Let's go. Economy. Thank you for the compliment. Economy was better for Viper, but the gold. Gold is the thing which mattered the most here. So yeah. Full screen. Let me quickly check something, guys. Okay. Sorry about that. Guys, I will quickly get something. I need long pants. With the short pants, it's okay with gaming while playing, but not while casting. It's too cold. We're back. Now you know it's WM. Let me quickly refill my water as well. I didn't hurry too much because I know you guys enjoy The good old chair stream as well. Technically, if you add Vittorius early and rely on higher quality units instead of high numbers, but Mayans can swarm with fast units, so that doesn't work well. The big issue with the Vittorius is that they're not that efficient. Pop space efficient. Below, thanks for the full year. DAUT community talking about a cast. Jordan plus DAUT. Oh, really? Wow.
Hello, Jordan.
Hello, DAUT. I heard you have a new career path in front of you, DAUT.
I'm all over the place. YouTuber, now I'm caster. I will hold the tournament next time.
DAUT, what can you not do? That's the question.
I like that.
You're all over the place. You're doing everything
I'm
at
all
once.
over the place. I'm definitely all over the place.
Only once in a year though, but you are all over the place.
But I show I can do it.
You can do it. That's what matters, right? That's
I
what
prove
matters.
to myself that I can do it, and then I give up. I win the tournament and I give up. I don't play anymore.
DAUT, what would be the combination of my dedication and your creative abilities?
Oof, the sky is the limit.
I think so.
we would be unstoppable, man.
I think so, DAUT.
We would be unstoppable, man.
Oh man.
We need to do something together.
Yeah, we've been saying that for 4 months already. We haven't done anything.
Because that's where you should push it, not me.
Yeah, that's the thing. And now I'm thinking like, okay, DAUT, I've had so much trouble with you in the past. Now it's time for you to provide.
Trouble? What trouble with me in the past?
Do you really want me to go into that?
I give no trouble, man.
No way. DAUT, have you watched first game?
I cast the first game. I destroyed casting first game.
Really? What was what was Viper's mistake? Tell me.
What was Viper mistake? I want you to answer what was. I know. You can watch my VOD.
Yeah.
To learn. But
okay. I think he was switched to Elite Scrums way too late. That was the biggest issue.
You don't think he played Feudal Age wrong?
I personally would never go Skirms. I would always
exactly. That was the biggest mistake. Going Skirms and transitioning to the Knights and like not having leftover units from Feudal Age to Scaling Castle Age, giving you all the map control to Winchester, tech slowly then to the Knights until you get map control, you Winchester's Imp, and you're dead. Game was over right there. Viper played amazing skill level wise, absolutely insane. So he was able to hold for so long, but the game was lost in Feudal, in my opinion.
Even then, I still think he could have made it. He was just way too late with Elite Skirms. Because if he is capable of getting Elite Skirms, he will be able to defend and also raid with those light cap, with the Knights. Have Elite Skirms to defend and go aggressive as well. And then you add Siege as well. Right? And
You mean
the Mind Play will never have eco for the Elite Eagle Warriors.
At what point in Imperial Age or?
Huh? Viper's economy was much better, right?
Well, Winchester had 100 villages, Imperial Age, like killed the 25 farms, DCs. I think, if anything, Winchester made mistakes in Imperial Age, so
he did, yeah.
Made it possible for Viper to come back, but
yeah,
if he continue Arbalest and switch to the Eagles right away, game would be over.
Yeah. Viper only had a chance because Winchester did mistakes there. But anyway, DAUT, we're in game number 2 now, Arabia. Winchester with Gujaras and Viper with Hindustanis. Those two Sivs we have seen a couple of times already going at each other. Which Siv do you prefer here?
I was waiting for your introduction, like, and in the yellow trunks. You love that trunks thing.
Yeah, I get a lot of hate for that as well. Which trunks? Which trunks, Jordan? I don't see no trunks. Yeah,
Villagers got trunks.
they do, right? Look at that.
I think Hindustanis is better, but after the nerf, I heard in the NAC they did not perform well. Then again, I was not a player, so...
Why were you not a player, DAUT?
I was not invited.
Why were you not invited? Were you sick or what happened?
I was sick of losing. Oh, quick wall! Man, that was weird but working.
I'm surprised that Viper is actually aiming for this. Because usually it is so important to him to always have high HP on his scout. And it was very unlikely that he's going to be capable of doing anything there anyway.
Yeah, even if he killed that villager and lost the scout, it's not worth it.
Absolutely.
In Dark Age, maybe, because that villager is working for a long time, but now it's already feudal, it's losing all the vision.
Yeah. Okay, we see stable opening by Viper. Okay, never mind. Did you... Oh, man. He was trying to do some fancy quick walls. And Gujaras. So Winchester will open archers and Viper and scouts. And, you know, with that short distance, I kind of like archer opening.
And also with that camel as a mid shield. I'm scared for Viper here. Might be a show series.
Yeah, I think so. Like, DAUT, what do you always say? They throw a punch, right?
They throw a punch, man. They hit like a motherfucker. Like, it's basically like a spearman on the horse.
It is. I think they do 9 damage or something like that. So it's pretty strong.
And Winchester is going fast, fletching. He wants pressure fast, but Viper is kind of old and is getting range himself.
So we see fletching incoming very soon for Winchester. And that's where it can be very problematic for Viper. And Winchester is that kind of play he doesn't give a shit. Like, he doesn't care about who he plays against. Oh, that's dangerous for him, though. He could be easily quick walled here.
Two archers, one spearman, that's the way. That's the way of Sito and Winchester.
Yeah.
It is a bit risky, especially knowing Viper's ability to quick wall, but I think he's fine losing this army. Yeah. And meanwhile, he's getting raided woodline. He lost villager for a scout. Yes, decent trade for both.
Is it a decent trade for Viper? Losing both scouts here. Oh.
But he cleaned up the front. Man, those old players cannot APM both sides, like.
No, like what the fuck? DAUT, we have to show them how to play.
I mean, it's not that hard. You just like control group both sides and jump.
Yeah. Jump. Oh, oh. So
easy as that.
After everything has settled, we see Winchester with 7 kills and for death. So definitely felt like it was a better trade for Winchester.
And also, Viper units were more expensive, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the camel is alive with full HP.
That's insane. And Winchester is going to be walled very soon as well. Depends if Viper is going to be able to deny that wall. And it looks like he is going to be able to do so.
The camel and spearman will deal with that. And one scout, this whole army will get pushed back, right? There is no spearman. There is nothing to stop that.
Yeah. That's a problem if you don't have archer scout yourself. If you go skirm scout, then you're always going to lose against the archer scout combination if you don't have the big mass there.
Yeah, if you can have a big mass to one-shot archers while scouts are being some type of mid shield, yeah, but at this point, like for that you need bloodlines at least.
Exactly. And now Viper is pushed back here. Economy wise, looks also a bit cleaner for Winchester if we take a look at the overall collected resources here.
Well, he got 5 ships in the middle as well, right?
Yeah, that helps. See what the economy says here. Yeah, Winchester a little bit ahead there. Oh, but he could... Yeah, okay, no. Winchester is doing a very good job at always dodging the shots. DAUT, are you also capable of doing that?
I dodge shots all the time, man.
Oh, I love the... Okay, no, I don't. What the fuck?
What happened to that camel, man?
Camel was not on this planet for too long.
I guess it's feudal age camel after all.
Yeah, but you know, you see that one and you expect so much more. From
Yeah,
that.
I was like, let's go, and then okay, second camel disappearing as well.
Yeah.
Scouts counter camels.
Yeah, crazy. And now Winchester is having a very bad engagement here.
We were saying like Viper army is not that good on scrims. Like scrims and scouts lose to archer scouts, but they beat archer's camels, I guess. That was an amazing cleanup for Viper.
Absolutely. And I feel like the scout archer combination only works well if you really have a certain mass of it, because in low numbers I still prefer the skirm scout combination, especially if the upgrades are not in for the scouts there.
Yeah, for sure. Because like when bigger number archers will kind of one-shot the scouts, but now they don't have the numbers to actually engage the scouts, and skirms are just poking them away.
No.
But in the end, it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Now, someone is saying, last time I had a bad engagement, I got divorced. What would
Is
you
that
suggest?
person Nilly? I would suggest that was a Nilly. That sounds like a Nilly joke. He probably saved that for the NAC 5 finals or something.
He has still a few jokes up his sleeve.
I
Nilly will
hope
steal
he
this
didn't use all.
Nilly is like, okay, he will
I will
steal this one.
steal that one.
Oh boy. Okay, so both players up to cast stage exactly the same time. Same amount of villagers, same amount of army. Interesting scenario right now. Now, DAUT, as I heard you had a very successful YouTube video where you're talking about the specifics of a bit more detailed approach for Franks. Now, we have Hindustanis and Gujaris. What is the main important thing for both players here to look at now?
That's why avoid camel tails. I mean, do you like first? Did you see Winchester adding the stable, then delay to add the range? Like camel against camel tail, you know what you make? Camel, right?
Yeah.
And Gujarat's camels are actually weaker than Hindustanis. The bonus damage, camel against
Especially in
camel is
class
not that
stage.
high.
Yeah.
It's not that high. While
Yeah,
the
class-
extra attack speed is more important, right?
Yeah.
At the
So that
same
means-
time,
yeah.
both are going full crossbow. Camel against camel tips, it's full crossbow.
It's just tricky with the camels. Also with camels, it's more of a counter unit, right? And you're not really able to deal too much damage to your opponent as well, economy-wise. You can defend with TCs, you can defend with monks there. So with crossbows, you have much more a threat to your opponent.
Yeah, and that's exactly why Gujarat is such a powerful seal. Because camels, like we said, are counter unit. They are not really raiding unit. But Gujarat's got another unit from stable that's quite cheap and quite good for the raiding in combination with camels.
I would say good engagement for Viper here, killing 2 archers and 1 scout while only losing an archer himself. We see crossbow upgrade being upgraded by both players. However, Botkin arrow still missing for Winchester. He doesn't have the gold for that. And his main gold is reachable by the crossbows in theory. So this is going to be a little bit of a tougher time for Vinch.
Yeah, the TC is good to protect, but at the same time wood is exposed. Like it's good to keep the base safe, but not resources running. Okay, let's see the dance. My favorite part of the game.
Do you really enjoy it by DAUT, or would you like to never see this again?
Depends on the day. Like sometimes I'm really in the mood for those dances, and the other time, oh god, I cannot be bothered.
That reminds me of a game you had where I think it was on a closed against, what was it? Against Mesosiv. You were Britons or something like that? And you were microing only. You were only focusing on microing.
Yeah, against AC70 in practice, I was like so in the mood for micro. Was winning every single fight. I lost the game.
It's not your style. You need
It's
your macro,
mine.
you need your economy. Okay, so economy looks very similar. Yeah, so far I would say it's a very equal game. The thing is, Viper is not walled, and the Shravamsha Rider always have potential, but there's the camel defending.
Like those engagements felt like better for Viper, but score is usually right, and score is 200 ahead for Winchester.
Yeah,
I don't even know how that happened.
it must be exploration, I guess, right? Take a look. No, it's not really exploration. Also, KD is similar as well. So I cannot really understand that now.
Well, check the resources.
Let's take a look at the resources. A little bit better for Vinch. Look at that.
Gorgeous, a good saver. And who wins in Imperial Age? Like, Chakra and Throwers are an amazing unit, but against Hank Cannoneers with 9 range, not sure about that.
The thing is also, they have extra armor as well, so that helps a lot against the Chakram Thrower. So I think Hindustanis. What do you say?
True, you have something smart from Jordan.
Thank you. I learned that against Larry in NAC.
That's actually a good point. Yeah.
So Hindustani should win there, I think.
Yeah. The Chakram Thrower got like 2 damage, right? So
yeah.
Every extra armor helps a lot.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So I guess he should not even go for that unit.
Well, you always want to force the reaction, right? Because if you go Camel only, I think in Imperial Age you still lose against the Imperial Camel.
That's a good question. With 7 armor and all the bonus damage there, I'm not sure. Probably, but you also get the discount as well. I guess maybe it's cost efficient in the end.
I think it's a very equal trade-off. So it's more about who's capable of getting the map control, and that's why both players have to invest heavily in Castle Age as well, just to have that security there. Got the extra map presence, get the extra resources.
Man, is this tournament like one of the most prestige ones ever? Like, they're playing super safe. Like, the first game, super safe. Now as well, nobody wants to take risk. Guys, look, Viper, look at the Winchester Gold. Go for it. Drop a cast, do something. Siege Workshop. I want risks.
There are certain players who actually put effort into playing this tournament.
The grinders.
I remember the first time I had the first season. Hey, DAUT, I will host this, blah, blah. Oh, Jordan, this is amazing idea. This will keep the ladder active, blah, blah. I haven't seen you once in the events.
I didn't say it was an amazing idea for me. I was like... And that cast, like, oh, okay, he delayed. That's Winchester. Okay, this is smart. He sees where Viper Army is. Let's go for the meat. But you can go better than that, Winchester.
Nah, DAUT, if he goes better than that, according to your definition, it would be a DAUT Castle 98%.
But it's not even ranging the TC.
But it is on a hill, and it gives you so much map control. DAUT, I think I have to teach you how to build castles properly.
But it could be killing the TC as well, just one tile. Like.
Don't be greedy, DAUT.
Now I'm actually cheering for Viper because of that castle.
He doesn't see where what there is, right? There could be a 2-3 crossbows and all of a sudden the DAUT castle is happening.
No, they are microing the middle. There's no extra army there.
DAUT, I don't know about you, but if I'm microing, I check the map, you know?
Oh, I love your games. You don't do that.
I do, of course.
Well, you can check the map, but you cannot react to that. And Aki is killing the house. Like, that needs Siege Workshop, yeah. So not, yeah. Need to talk with Winchester.
If you come to him and give him suggestions about how to place forward castles, I don't think he will listen to you.
He will listen to me.
He will not execute what you're suggesting, though.
That's true.
But you don't mind, right?
Well, I don't mind winning, right? So I prefer players making mistakes. Look at this micro mistake.
Even DAUT can do better than that.
Also, both players got ballistic, something we didn't mention.
Yeah, both have.
And the crossbow number way higher for Viper. Winchester, well, he gave up on crossbow number. That's not his plan of the units, right? Yep. He's moving to the stables. We love those Shivamshas, but not sure against Hindustanis.
Yeah, kind of. The crossbow camel combination is so good for Viper. Especially if Winchester doesn't continue building crossbows anymore. Which is kind of the case right now. And we see an engagement. I don't think it's going to be the best engagement for Winchester here.
Why not? Oh, yeah, for Winchester, yeah.
And he's losing a few villagers on left hand side as well. Hand
But
card
his
already
score
in.
is increasing.
Yeah. His economy is just very smooth, right? Hand card in already. As same amount of villagers as the Viper. So not looking too bad for him in terms of economy, but I still prefer Viper's position as he has 40 army against 25.
I feel like Viper didn't make a single mistake this game. Took all the good engagements, his home wasn't touched, and yet he's falling behind the score.
Yeah. Why is that, DAUT?
I absolutely cannot explain. Gujaras are broken.
Which or whose position do you prefer here?
I guess, I mean, just because it's Hindustani's camels, Viper probably is better spot, but having the unique tag, having the hand card, 100 villagers, it's a dream scenario for Gujaras, right?
Yeah.
But just unit composition, I'm not sure what he's going for. And what is that castle by Manchester? I need to have a talk with him.
Why is he not placing that one more forward? Like, not forward, but at his base.
Or
Where
even
would you
better,
place
Viper's base. At Viper's base.
Ah, you would
That's
go
the way to-
forward? That's way too risky, man.
No. Look at that place between 3 TCs. Game over. Game over.
Game over. Yeah,
It's
in
game
theory,
over.
In theory, if you get that one up, it's over, but you will not get
Yeah.
it up, DAUT.
Why not?
It's
You get forward siege workshop, you send some camels. It's worth the risk.
But Viper, not for a high prestigious tournament, DAUT. You can do it. in
I
other
guess,
tournaments, but not this, okay?
Yeah, maybe in the NAG, but here, yeah, I understand that.
Is that a DAUT castle?
I
See,
mean,
that's
to
what
be?
happens. That's what happens if you place castles like that, DAUT.
There's too
Nah.
many crossbow for Viper.
He should be fine, yeah. Question
To me,
is-
just the score is still fine. I don't understand this game.
Oh boy. Is this a DAUT castle? No, 29 against 18. He's fine. And he will go up to Imperial Age as well. DAUT. Viper needs a castle defensively. And then he's in a very good position, I think. Oh boy. That's not good for Vinch.
No, it's not. Bam. Vinicius is also having a lot of idle. That castle is taking the gold. That castle is taking his soul, basically.
Yeah.
And imagine if Vinicius did that with the second castle. Yeah. What do you think about making the lumber camp in the wood line for Viper? Sounds a reasonable option there.
No. The wood looks very healthy for him. I was wondering, like, where is he dropping that wood off?
I guess he doesn't want to make a lumber because he's close to the castle, but he still wants wood, so...
Yeah, makes sense. Okay, a defensive castle. Do you like that castle by Viper defensively?
Well, at least make it on hill then, right? Delete houses.
I would have put it onto the castle where Winchester is. But maybe because I know that I'm up to Imperial Age faster.
Yeah. Viper probably doesn't have that feeling because of the score is tricky. He thinks Winchester might be up and he doesn't want to go Trevor, so he prefers to keep his base safe while having the front castle. Viper is losing all the crossbow to the castle. That's kind of sloppy.
That hurt indeed. But yeah, he has a roughly 2.5 minutes advantage in terms of the imp uptime. And he also has a much healthier population as well, 150 against 120. I don't mind his position, honestly. He will trap down a lot of Winchester's base. He's producing or building another castle here on the right-hand side of Winchester's base. So he will really cement the position there. And I don't see how Winchester can do too much here. He really needs to... What can he do here from now on, DAUT? It's like
Well,
really
Winchester
rough
castles
position.
are on the hill, and that will buy him probably enough time to maybe even win the Trevor. But like I said, I don't know what units he can make.
Exactly.
It should be camels technically, but there's still plenty of crossbow left. And Viper is even doing the bracer.
Yeah. He knows that's going to be a threat, and he still has a lot of crossbows. 19 in total. He obviously doesn't create them anymore. But his main focus should now be on camels himself. Because his opponent... I mean, you could also make the argument that Chakram Thrower could be coming into play as well for Winchester. But yeah, it's going to be a tough time to mass all of them.
Well, I think just Winchester going full camels. Like, don't make a single Shimansha reader until you secure the map. Just get the camels, so you get the map, and then you can switch to Shivamsha for the raids.
Yeah.
And I think he's doing that.
You don't want to have those chakram throwers defending your base. That's not the ideal situation. Okay, Trebuchet is taking down the TCs. Oh, the TC! No, but that one is going to be safe. Not gonna happen in time. But it could be that this Trebuchet... Nah, there's no way Winchester commits to this, huh?
I guess you're a bit ahead of me.
Yeah. Can you speed up?
No! I have the thing that I cannot speed up.
That's...
I can if I cast without capture it.
What? Like, you can enhance that with capture age, you know?
I think my PC might not be good enough or something.
Okay, yeah, I know that feeling myself. Been there.
But yeah, Viper did clean up the whole army. The thesis is dying. The farming is still healthy for Winchester. Like, look at the bank for Winchester, actually. It's not bad at all.
I know, he has a lot of resources. He's investing into Heavy Camel Rider now. Also Lightcav. So I guess Lightcav for the raiding. But don't think... I think Lightcav is a waste of resources. You want to invest everything into the camels.
Yeah, exactly. Like, against Camel Team, that is only going camels.
Yeah.
Like, Lightcav will not accomplish anything.
Yeah. The Chakrams have a nice time here against those crossbows. We'll also be able to kill those two traps here. But Winchester has lost so much in the process. And it looks rough for him.
We have an equalizer then.
And we have a 1-1 DAUT. Are you hyped for this?
Ooh, I am. Let's go Winchester.
Let's go. DAUT. The more decider games we have, the more time we spend with each other. Isn't that nice?
This is not my tournament. I don't need to cast everything. Like, one more series and I'm out. Yeah, all this farming is unprotected. Yeah, it's kinda over.
Yeah. 100 population against 180 as well. And we have Heavy Camel Rider as well. I don't think Viper needs it right now. Like, going hand cannoneer and traps should be enough, but either thing works here.
Yeah, he's in such a dominant spot.
No.
I think Winchester's mistake was going to Shivamsha Raiders too soon. He was like playing like he would play against any other civ, but against Hindustanis, he needed more crossbow and more camels. Well, basically, mirror what Viper did.
Yeah. Now, do you think we will see a world where we see Hindustanis against Gujaras and both players go skirms? Elite skirms in Castle Age?
No. There are Shivamsha Raiders to deal with that.
Yeah, but Hindustanis don't have that. So as Gujaras, you could actually make the argument to do that, right?
Well, yeah, that's not bad way of thinking. Gujaras can just go full skirms, and that's. But then if you go full skirms, there is Magnus and Camel in the play after.
Now with your micro Magnaldom, like that's no problem, right?
I get hit here and there.
Really?
I have clips.
I've seen those clips more than once already.
I have good clips as well.
Now, what was your proudest micro moment?
Village War in Black Forest. I actually
Against?
think I'm solid at that. Any day, every day, every day Village Forest.
Why did we always use you as pocket?
I don't know. Probably saw my Shomage the other day.
It's crazy. You also You won 3-0 with your team, right? In the first round.
3-1.
3-1, okay. And you were flank all the time and you had a good time there.
I mean, somebody has to do it for the team.
I like that. When are you finally joining our Rage Forest action in the afternoon?
Soon. I'm switching to the sleep schedule.
It's Tato, Viper, Nilly, me, and you're missing. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I will be there probably next week.
Nice.
Yeah. I'm playing Rage Force during the night, which is equally good.
Is there a lot of activity there?
Yes, actually, quite easy to find the game.
Man.
There's ACM or Google, FedEx, Argentinian players, and obviously Black Forest ones.
What the fuck?
It's popular map.
Man, I love Rage Forest meta so much right now. I love it so much. It's crazy.
And you did not sign up for the tournament.
Let's not talk about that stupidity. That was not the smartest.
You didn't want to deal with that.
No.
Why did you do that, Jordan?
I don't know, man. I was out of my mind, you know?
It's so fun.
DAUT, how was it with Lurie?
Let's not talk about that.
How long did he stay? 8 days? 9 days?
10 days.
10 days? Really?
10 days, man.
Wow.
It was like at 1 a.m. I drive him to the hotel, drop him off, and then he's still in the car sitting there, and he's like, "What are we doing next?" I just drove you to the hotel. Go to sleep, motherfucker. And he always wanted to do something, man.
He wanted the activity with you, DAUT.
I'm not 20 years old anymore, man.
And you also have family, I heard.
Well, that was the benefit of spending time with Louis. But yeah, it's hard to keep up with young energy.
Yeah.
Like, I know this is for you also weird, but I like to wake up and spend like 2 more hours in the bed doing absolutely nothing.
You? Really?
Absolutely nothing. Like zero.
No way. If
Just be
Viper
in the
would
bed.
tell me, if Viper would tell me, I would understand. But you're so
Yeah.
energetic.
I know. I just have those moments.
What happened to you?
Daily.
I remember back in the days you were like the most energetic guy, and now 2 hours in bed after waking up.
The bootcamp killed me, man.
With a pack of toilet paper as well with you.
That
right?
killed me, man. I only hope there is no more big events, LAN events, so we don't have 1 month bootcamp anymore. Like, hopefully Red Bull switched to online events now.
Now, when you're in bed for 2 hours, what are you doing?
Nothing. Recharging.
You were actually thinking, and I was like, oh no.
Just like recharging, man. It's like resting from the sleep.
Recharging from sleeping. Oh,
Yeah.
this is
Need my time to wake up after the sleep, man.
okay. So DAUT, I'm not sure if you heard it, but we're in the next game already.
Oh, I did not hear that.
Are you not in the game?
I will be in the game shortly. I assume I didn't miss a lot.
That's not the quality I was paying for, you know?
I know. You get what you pay.
Oh, I like that one. So anyway, yeah, go ahead.
Easier way to join, like to the capture. Like I join the game, then I open capture age when I'm already in the game. Feels like unprofessional, man.
What are you doing? Tell the process again.
I open their game normally, right?
How do you open
and then through the link on the dashboard.
Okay, yeah.
I enter the game.
Yeah.
And then when I'm in the game, I click on the menu and go spec the game with the capture age.
You don't
it
have
feels
to
unprofessional.
You don't have to click the menu and click on spectator dash on capture age, because capture age does it open or opens it automatically.
Not for me.
Then that's a problem.
It's fine. Not like I will cast more than this.
Well, next set as well, you said, right?
We don't want nearly a day out of jobs, right?
That's true. That's true. Maybe we can have the viewers decide if they want another set with you and me. What do you think,
Nobody wants
Doug?
this, man? I think they don't.
Or is 2 hours of working enough for you?
Already 2 hours? I need to go back to bed, man.
So you need 2 hours in bed after waking up, and then you need
After
2 hours.
each set.
Do you also need 2 hours of chilling in the bed before you go sleep?
No. I sleep like a baby. Once I hit the bed, I'm done. But to be fair, that's actually my problem. That's why I always stay awake longer, because I'm resting a lot during the day. And then, like, I don't go... Like, it's not like 8 hours sleep, 16 hours awake. It's like 8 hours sleep, 2 hours resting, and awake 20 hours. It's kinda a mess. That's why I have those schedule.
Are you planning to change it at all or not?
Maybe if I would rest less and do like some activities more, maybe I would be sleeping better. Well, earlier.
Okay. What is Viper doing here? Even committing here with 1 villager. Very interesting. But he should be able to... Yeah, never mind.
No.
When it comes out in time. Was it worth it? I don't think so.
I mean, he did delay stable, right?
Yeah.
And he's not quick falling at the freaking Viper.
What the fuck? Whoa. Okay, that
Probably-
was worth it. That was worth it.
I think the gate was more expensive than the delete on the stable. Stable was like 1%.
Was it? Really?
Yeah, it was like
It was more. Okay.
really low.
Okay. Well, he has to delete the gate, otherwise it was obviously not worth it. It's 50 wood, right? It's quite expensive.
I think it's 25.
No, it must be 50.
It was 25 at some point, and I believe still it's 25.
It must be 50. Guys, can you help us out? Is it 50 or 25? Who has better knowledge of the game? Doubt or me? Doubt, you know what we should do one day? We should do a quiz.
We done that. Oh god, Masmora is asking me daily, like, for the quiz. Like, I'm done with quizzes, man.
It's 30?
Oh,
Shit.
I was closer.
That doesn't matter,
It's
you
still-
were wrong. You were as wrong
Counts
as me.
for me.
You were as wrong as me. What's wrong with you?
No, I was less wrong. Maybe focus on the game. People were warning me, like, DAUT, please continue casting alone. If you cast together, there is no casting.
Oh, really? Okay, let's cast then. So,
No, I prefer this.
Spearman aggression from Winchester. He has 5 spearmen here, while Viper only 2. Obviously, spearmen of Teutons are stronger, but only starting from Castle Age, as they have 1 more melee armor.
And it's weird, like, both open stable, so basically not make scouts and just go full spearman.
It's tricky, right? Because if you invest into scouts, then you don't have food for the spearmen, and then spearmen in such a close distance, there's just a unit that prevails the most.
Yeah, and you just need like 1 or 2 scouts to block the villagers so spearmen can kill them.
Yeah.
And blacksmith for Viper, like, nobody's
Forging.
adding range.
Forging.
They really want, but I mean, it's so easy to, like, Winchester is already walled. Like, spearman aggression is over. There's absolutely no need to invest anymore.
Yeah, that's a positive for Winchester. He is walled, but for Viper, he doesn't really know what the follow-up is here.
Okay,
it's-
Jordan, one question.
Archer range. Yeah.
What do you think about your map balance with the berry spots? Do you think that's fair?
The berry spots.
Mm-hmm.
That's part of Age of Empires.
Okay, just wondering if it's fair.
Part of Age of Empires.
In the decider game of the most important tournament, it can be decided by the berry spot.
Now let's go back to casting. So, Archer range has been added by Winchester. Going for gold now as well, so we will see archers come from him. And DAUT, I don't know about you, but I love that. However, Viper will transition to stone, so he will apply a lot of pressure with towers.
Not pressure, Jordan.
Huh?
This is Viper we are talking about. He is
yeah,
making those
true.
towers at home.
True. I was super thrilled right now. I was like, okay, we see 10 villager forward towers, aggression, all in. Yeah, we're talking about Viper.
Yeah, he would put the tower on hill if there was some.
Even if it's not close to the resources.
It's still a hill. I mean, it's smart option, right? He expect Winchester to go for the archer switch, and you just deny that with towers. Those towers will be quite good dealing with the race in castle age. It's Teuton towers. And he will lose the villager. Nice pickup for the Winchester quick wall, no? I would quick wall that.
Yeah, that was worth it for revenge. He only lost a scout, which was 1 HP anyway, so...
And now he lost 2 more.
Oh! That hurt. That definitely hurt. Do you prefer Viper going for towers or archers himself here?
Towers in this distance, I think, is better.
Why?
Because it will be more... do I give tips to you? Like, yeah, it will be a siege workshop in Castle Age, right? And towers will give him a static defense and kind of offense protection to the siege and monks. At least that's how I play. Let's see how Viper will do it. Distance is so close, so siege workshop at home is basically offensive. Few monks, it's kind of Teuton's dream as well.
Okay, saying that's only because of the distance. If the distance was further apart from each other, then it has to be...
Yeah. Then the map control is more important. That's a nice deny. That's huge.
Good one.
That's absolutely huge. Viper was greedy, making tower with the one villager.
Yeah. In such a crucial spot as well, right?
Yeah. Do you lose that much economy if you send 3 villagers to build a tower?
No, you don't.
Not in Viper books. Now he will trade all the spearmen to get the tower up. Definitely needed.
No. I mean, the tower will go up. He will not lose any villager. And yeah, losing the spearmen still is not the ideal thing because they have scalability in this game.
Yeah, and if it's Viper's plan, like I said, to go monks and siege, he needs those spearmen to protect monks and siege.
Yeah, and at home as well, right? Kind of 3 things at once. We see second castle stable being built by Winchester, and he's up to castle age so much faster than Viper here.
That's why he needed those spearmen. And he will get chopped. Oh, let's see how it feels, Viper. How does it feel, Viper?
No, he's going to escape.
Yeah. I guess that's how it feels.
DAUT was thrilled. What is that pathing? Whoa! He took the 3 hits from the spearman. Okay, Bloodlines incoming for Viper. Second stable coming up as well. He is roughly 1 minute and 25 seconds behind though in terms of the cast age timing. So that is not ideal. And he is not really protected at home as well. Like, towers are not doing an amazing job against knights here.
And Viper is actually adding the stables. He's not playing how I would play.
No.
So he's playing wrong, basically.
DAUT, are you saying that everyone who doesn't play the way you would play is wrong? Oh!
Yeah.
Okay. Nice pickoff by Viper, though. Like, spotting the extra TC here and also denying the second one. Well, temporarily.
Yeah, those scouts got some value.
Yeah. DAUT, are you asleep already?
I'm about to go. Like Winchester got heavy number of spearmen. I guess it's worth to upgrade into the pikeman, especially if he sees the second stable.
Yeah, for sure. It's kind of a must, right?
But the whole Viper economy is in the towers.
Yeah, that's a big issue for him. He's also not walling from the stable to the house as well. So, night raids can cause so much havoc here. Onto these farmers. Okay, monastery being added, obviously. But Winchester so far, monastery himself and 3 TCs. Wood upgrade incoming as well. Those knights right now, they're just to cause some havoc. Not real commitment here.
And they're causing some havoc, indeed.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, imagine if Viper didn't lose the spearmen. I think he adds second stable just because he lost the spearmen. Like, ideal composition for the Teutons is, like, use that resistance, get 1 stable for the knights to raid, and full mock spearman pressure with some siege. Yeah. That's absolutely JMB those spots.
Yeah. And also, Teuton Monks, they're amazing as well. They have so much redemption, sanctity. They're
So much redemption, man.
They're like
They have so much redemption.
not a lot of Civs have redemption. Okay, a lot have, but
Teutons
don't.
have a lot of it. Like some Civs
They
have a
have.
little bit of redemption, but Teutons with the redemption, oh boy, they go ham.
DAUT, have you reached that level already after your second game?
Yes. The amount of redemption they have.
So anyway, my point is, with those redemption monks, which Teutons have access to, okay, DAUT, you can apply so much pressure. And the only way for Vinches to defend is kind of cast, right?
Like, yeah, that was... But I wanted to say now, I have nothing to say, Jordan. Like, Monastery from Winchester, obviously you wanted to heal up and push away a few knights. You don't really think you will get conversion, right? But 1 or 2 monks is always fine.
Yep.
But Castle is what he needs to stop Viper and play on better economy, which Franks usually get.
Yep.
I had a recent video about Franks, so...
Really? What are you talking about in that video?
About exactly this situation.
Okay. So,
You go.
now, as the Frank player, what are you supposed to do?
Expand your economy, use your knights to raid, and while enemy is ready to push you, you drop the cheap castle. When he's ready to push you on the other side, you drop another cheap castle. And when he's ready to push you third side, you're Imperial Age with Paladins.
That sounds like a good Frankish plan.
Mm-hmm. Now, Winchester did that for TC, something we rarely see these days, right? It's usually 3 TCs, but he's fully safe, right? He's walled. Yes, but then again, on this map, you can never be fully safe, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't like that because monks are not that much of a threat to the Knights raid. So Viper can easily punish this with 2 TC play, with going full Knights and raid him to that.
How many spearmen are there? 8, okay. He's also adding. So I think what you just described, DAUT, is something Winchester has in his mind. And therefore he wants to increase his spearman count. But we have seen so many times already in knight versus knight compositions that the one who's going a little bit more greedy has a huge risk of being raided to death.
Ooh, Winchester, I need to talk with this boy about the castles. Now when he got to know army, like last few games when he had the army lead, he saw enemy army, he goes defensive castle. Now 0 army, 0 vision, let's go. And 4 TC boom, like, 0 sense.
Okay. Yeah, this is a rough position, but maybe he will even be able to get that one up. DAUT, I think the next 2 minutes are going to decide the game.
The only reason he might get that castle up is because Viper is making counter tower. The counter tower never works.
No, the counter tower works in this case. It works because you have monks.
Yeah.
And Winchester is so fragile at home as well to raids. He has better...
Look at the village account.
Yeah, but still, like these villagers, there are so many going to die. There are so many going to be idle. +2 is in for Viper. No fletching for Winchester. Teutons as well. This game is going to be over very soon.
Only because of that castle, right? You're 4 TC bomb against 2 TC, you're faster to castle age. Just get 2 defensive castles and you're all living the dream, right?
Yeah, Winchester was in such a better position. And I don't understand why Viper is not more active with those knights here. I'm really surprised to see that.
You know Viper, he wants to kill production first, right?
Yeah. But knights is not something which is the danger right now, right? You want to jump onto the economy right now.
Yeah,
but anyway,
for sure.
61 villager for Viper. It's not like he is completely all-inning this one. He definitely has a little bit of economy back at home. Sure, worse than Winchester's, but something you can work with. Winchester also wheelbarrow and heavy plow. That's nice. With Franks, obviously. And yeah, Viper really needs to 31 now.
Well, the only defending tools for Winchester are the monks, and that's not the best against the Teutons, right?
Castle, DAUT.
Yes, he's getting second castle. Yeah, now those 2 castles should have been there earlier, right? And he also should get fletching. That's quite a big deal here.
Yeah.
Look at the Viper getting atonement.
Yeah.
Man, he's even killing palisade walls. What is Viper doing?
That doesn't make any sense right now. He had such a huge potential, and it feels like the more he waits, the better it is going to be for Winchester. Obviously with a better economy, right? He has an outpost,
so crazy,
right? He has an outpost there as well.
Yeah, he saw everything. Like
He saw everything.
he let it happen. Like a moment ago, we were like, okay, it's over. Viper won after that denying that castle and killing 20 knights. And now, I think he cannot win this game anymore.
Yeah. Winchester is fine as long as he doesn't take damage, and he's building a third castle now as well.
And he's about to click him.
Yeah.
He does have 0 units, but 2 castles, I guess, it's enough.
It's kind of what you described, right? Without the knight raid from Winchester, but other than that, everything is as you described it.
Yeah, he probably watched the video and he did learn a few things.
Wow, he got 4
Three
conversions?
How is this possible? And Teutons got so much redemption as well.
Teutons have so much redemption. Shut
And
up,
he got
DAUT.
3 like that. I don't understand this, man. At this point, I would just leave. Like, I would say, Jordan, take your tournament. I don't care.
Take your tournament.
Like, that's not normal.
Yeah, that's not. This is disastrous, I think. I think Winchester is better here. What do you think, though?
Well, on the way to Imperial, he's getting fletching. He just needs 3 pikemans and, well, pikemen try push through the middle. Will be rough for the Viper.
Yeah, the Franks just go hand cannoneer, halberdier, bomber cannons, and that's kind of impossible for Teutons to stop in Castle Age, especially.
Yeah, well, just need halves for now, right? Because there's no other threat. Halves is enough. And there's Rams, like. We all know what Hera thinks about Rams, and he's absolutely right. Feudal Age Rams are such a waste.
Yeah. Is this the MTC? No.
It's handcard, you see.
Oh, handcard TC! Handcard! Handcard!
It's finished.
Oh, it's finished.
Now those villagers can run away.
Yeah. That's actually a huge thing. And after all this, Winchester is still ahead in terms of economy. Like
look at the damage now Viper did. Now imagine if that happened like 5 minutes earlier and Winchester had nothing at the economy.
He would have killed him.
Yeah.
He absolutely
But he did kill palisade walls, so...
Nice, yeah, that's fair.
Those palisade walls will be there then, so...
Yeah. And now? What is Viper thinking? He will go up to privilege himself. He has a good economy, yes, but... Still, Winchester going for chemistry now? That's a big yikes.
Okay, this is something I described in my video as well. Here's the upper hand for the Viper, because he got leftover knights. And Winchester is forced to go pikeman, maybe overinvest into halves to deal with that. And Viper will not make a single unit anymore. He will just transition right away to hand cannoneers. So Viper will get the end game unit composition right away without wasting any halb.
I don't think it's wrong to have halberdiers at all in this matchup.
No, it's
Always
not,
good
but
access to
at
have.
opening, when you're limited to resources, you prefer to have hand cannoneers as your main unit.
For sure. I think like hand cannon and halberdiers is like not so hard to get as well, right? It's not as expensive as, for example, if you wanna mix in knights as well. So I don't mind that position too much, though.
I mean, he's obviously in a better position, but I'm saying that will give Viper a chance. The leftover knights are forcing the pikemen, and now Viper only need to focus on hand cannoneers. He can skip the whole tech tree of the pikemen, right? And that's a lot of resources, like pikemen upgrade, halb upgrade, armors and such.
Yeah.
And units production, he can skip all that and go straight to hand cannoneers.
Yep.
So that will be his equalizer.
Yep. Look at what Viper is going for, though.
I need to talk with the kid. Like, they need to see the video.
But honestly, halberdier, cavalry / paladin play also works pretty well. Sure.
I will let this one slide for Viper just because it's Teuton's halves.
Exactly. Oh, the Mangonel! Actually killing a trap!
The freaking range mode is a cheat, seriously.
Yeah, it is. I would never engage their DAUT. The Magnet actually killed 2 Trebuchet.
One more, yeah.
2 Trebuchet.
A good value there.
Okay, good DAUT. You're not too far behind. That's good.
Mm-hmm.
So,
And
yeah, go ahead.
until there are more units on the map. Yeah, continue.
Yeah. DAUT. Overall, the situation. It feels like Winchester has a little bit more presence in the middle. VIPER expanding his economy better though. And he has the cavalry coming in soon. Halberdier incoming. Chemistry incoming. Plate boarding armor coming. Winchester has nothing. Whose position do you prefer right now?
Winchester. Those
Tell me
knights
why.
would be really good on Arabia, where you can raid. But Winchester base is so compact with those castles, like another castle on the hill and securing the golden farms. Like VIPER cannot make much use of those knights.
I think
And
he can.
Winchester with the cheap castles, pushing to the middle, can continues faster, will be way harder for VIPER to stop that.
I think those knights can do a lot because only fletching is in, no ballistics as well, so these castles will take some time. So a lot of idle villagers can be caused by him there. And yeah, that's the only thing he has in favor of him right now, because Winchester, as you said, is doing a nice push. And I love what Winchester is doing here. He kills the siege workshop instead of the castle. Because he knows exactly bomber cannons is my biggest threat here. Oh, redemption, love that. Ooh, love that.
So much redemption for you.
So much redemption
Of
for
course, you're
Judas.
excited.
DAUT, I know the way. I know
Highlight
the
for
way.
Jordan, redemption for Teutons, man.
Let's go!
Well, he did lose the siege workshop, so he's like, okay, I have monastery, I have few monks. I already did few upgrades, let's go redemption.
Yeah. And it's a clear play you want to do against Franks with Teutons, right? You want to have redemption. Redemption monks, man.
Well, you want to have something in front of those monks, so they will just die, right?
Yeah, that's not ideal. Actually, I would love to see... You might laugh now, but I would love to see some... Obviously, now it's too late, but early on, a little bit of skirms. They would shred, man.
For who exactly wanna see skirms?
For VIPER, man.
Why would you want to see skirms?
Against halberdiers and hand cannoneer. Just 20. Push them away, and then you have a follow-up.
Do you know how expensive they are?
They're not expensive, DAUT. It's a
Elite
trash
skirm,
unit.
ballistic, bracer, armor, ranges.
It's a trash unit.
It's trash unit in post imp and no. You need to have already infrastructure ready for that. And you need to have at least bracer, like it's no, watch my video.
DAUT, for those people who don't know where they can watch the video, where can they watch the video?
At my YouTube channel. At DAUT TV.
What is your YouTube channel?
I don't know, DAUT. AV. And those knights are not accomplishing a lot, yeah?
Yeah, now.
Now, what actually happened? They said they will not accomplish. They were running around the whole game doing nothing, man.
They did nothing, DAUT. They did nothing.
They are like my replacement qualifier. All that for nothing.
But I'm still surprised out that you don't know your YouTube channel.
It's DAUT TV. DAUT Age of Empires 2.
So, VIPER really struggling right now. 160 population. He lost a lot of farms here. Look at how many farms are idle there. What the hell?
But he got
36.
a lot of redemption at least. So he is
No, can you let off of this one? Freaking DAUT,
no.
man.
I'm going full Dave on you. I understand Dave now.
Do you think there is a chance for VIPER?
Feels like not only Villesse is VIPER's kryptonite, it's Winchester and basically Hera and Lyria, anybody. Like, it's yeah. Maybe it's time for VIPER to think about casting as well.
Now, I have a serious question. Do you think we're getting too old for this game?
Well, you know you're 7 years younger than me, so.
I play like I'm 38 though.
Well, you are getting older, but not me. I said I will outlast everybody. I will outlast Lyria as well.
DAUT, will you play with 50?
What else to do, man? I don't get the job now. Like.
Well, maybe you're full-time Age of Empires 2 YouTube creator.
Maybe, but I will probably be around Age of Empires.
Okay. Will you still play competitively, you think?
Think how new generation is looking. Yes.
No. Okay. So Viper is kind of holding on, and obviously Imperial Age is the spot where he excels the most. But I just feel like Winchester... It's not like Winchester is not capable of playing Imperial Age himself. Like, he's very, very strong in that as well, and he just doesn't slip up here.
Just look at the minimap, like Viper base, like full ruins, and then Winch's base, like castle, TC, castle, TC, like it's huge difference.
Absolutely. Long mining here on gold. Nice raids here by Winchester as well on the left-hand side of Viper's base. The castle on left-hand side also gets melted by those trebuchet. And Viper just loses more and more ground here, and I think we will soon reach the point of no return.
I think that point was 2 years ago for Viper, but okay.
Yeah. Feels like that, DAUT. It feels like that.
I should retire after Red Bull 3, he should retire after Red Bull 5. That's basically it.
He won a few tournaments though, in the meantime.
Yeah, I guess.
DAUT, I know
Only me then.
DAUT, I know you look at it a little bit different, but there are also other prestigious tournaments other than Red Bull.
Huh? There are other tournaments in Red Bull?
Believe it or not.
No.
I know for your universe, only Red Bull 3 matters. But there are also other tournaments, you know?
I refuse to believe in that.
Hey, understand.
And the chap snipe. Viper, it's time to accept your destiny. You're a caster now.
Oh boy. GG. He listened, DAUT, he listened.
Well,
And Winchester
he knows.
2-1.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy. So, what do you think about GL in this tournament?
Well, I'm still here.
I'm still here as well. Viper is not.
So what makes you think about that? Like, unbelievable. We're getting slapped left and right.
Oof. Think KOTD will be the worst tournament for us. Yeah.
Boy. Oh boy.
Wait, yeah,
Okay.
Viper did win. Did Viper win the last KOTD? Yes, he did. So
He did, yeah. He's the
Arabia
champion.
is good for him. Yeah. Well, he did win last knock as well, but then then he did not.
Viper apparently misread the situation. He thought he was ahead in terms of economy. That's why he didn't put aggression on.
He was thinking he's ahead with losing like 5 villages and being 2 TCs and making towers at home.
Yes.
Okay. That what age do to you?
4th Raven. Thanks for the 6 months and 9 months. Yeah. Happens, DAUT, right? Happens.
There is nothing worse in this world but getting old.